Good evening, everyone. We have a full schedule prepared for you here on Jeopardy! I am your host, Alex Trebek. Today we will be playing a special edition of Jeopardy! However. The theme today will revolve all around cerebral palsy and how educators can best educate students with cerebral palsy. But before we start the game, let's introduce our players. First up, we have California native, Miss May Beline.
Hi.
Okay. How about you tell us a little bit about yourself, May?
Well, I love the beach, obviously. And oh my gosh, I have the best boyfriend. He's such a hug.
Okay, let's move on. We also have returning champion, Cerebellum.
Salutations and greetings.
So tell us about yourself.
Well, I earned my master's degree in aerospace engineering at the age of 16. And I went on to cure the common cold, but it's so revolutionary that nobody believes me.
And finally, we have Joe. Joe, what is your last name?
Just Joe.
All right, Just Joe. How about you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I think I'm the only sane person here today.
We'll leave it at that. Now that we have met the players, let's get this game started. May, the first move goes to you.
Definitions for 100.
Okay. A disorder of movement, muscle tone, or posture that is caused by injury or abnormal development in the immature brain, most often before birth. May.
Oh my gosh, I know this. What is cerebral palsy?
That's correct. Cerebral palsy is a disorder of movement and is generally diagnosed before birth. You have 100 points on the board.
Oh, yay.
Okay, pick again.
Statistics for 100.
This number of Americans are diagnosed with...
What is 500,000?
I wasn't finished.
But I'm right.
Well, yes, you are right. There are actually over 500,000 diagnosed cases of cerebral palsy among adults and children in the United States. 100 points have been added to your score. Great job. Try not to cut me off again. Go ahead and pick the next question.
Teacher support for 100.
These therapists are all involved in assistant teaching students with cerebral palsy. Joe.
Well, I believe the answer is, what are support specialists?
How did he get it before me?
That is absolutely correct, Joe. Occupational speech and physical therapists can be very important resources for educators to contact if they have questions or need support educating a student with cerebral palsy. Joe, go ahead and select.
Classroom activities for 200, Alex.
Students with cerebral palsy work better in these types of activities versus large classroom discussion.
What are peer activities?
That is correct. Students with cerebral palsy benefit further from one-on-one instruction versus large group learning. Using small group and peer activities in your classroom frequently would raise the self-esteem and give all students some leadership experience. Let's move on. May, select the next question, please.
Controversial issues for 200, please.
This controversial character on the animated series South Park paints an offensive and insensitive image of people with cerebral palsy.
Who is Jimmy?
Ooh, I'm sorry, Sarah, that is incorrect.
What?
Can someone else buzz in, please?
Oh my god, I don't know the answer.
Who is Timmy?
That is correct. Timmy Birch on South Park, even though he hasn't been named as having cerebral palsy on the show, is an inappropriate representation in our mass media of people with cerebral palsy. That adds 200 points to your score and ties you at 300 with May. It's time for Final Jeopardy! Everybody get your pens out. For 400 points, this thing is one of the many impacts of cerebral palsy on day-to-day life and socio-emotional functioning. Okay, time's up. Let's see your answers. May, you wrote.
What is emotional distress and difficulty adjusting?
That's an excellent answer. Joe, what about your answer?
What is avoiding day-to-day activities?
That is also right. Sarah, you wrote? Nothing.
I'm too good for this show. It's beneath me.
Then why are you still here?
To prove just how beneath me this show is, I will stay on this show and not answer any questions, and I will still win.
You have the lowest score on the board right now, and you still didn't answer the question.
I need more statistics. I knew the statistics.
I think we're done here. Sarah, I think you should just, I don't know, leave, okay? But who wins? Both May and Joe have wonderful answers, and their scores are tied.
It's okay, Joe can win. I'm gonna go back to my hunky boyfriend, and I really need my nails done.
Really? You really mean it?
Joe, just Joe, is our winner.
Wow, okay.
And that concludes this special episode of Jeopardy on Cerebral Palsy. I'm Alex Trebek. Have a wonderful evening.